was the one family member who hadn't kicked me to the curb, and I'm forever appreciative of that. She's a good person, and she didn't want to get involved in something that could land her in trouble. But I convinced her that I was just trying to do what was best for the kids. With her help, I petitioned for custody. I hired a top-notch lawyer, one who knew how to spin a story in court. We argued that Laura was unfit to care for the kids due to her unstable living situation and lack of income. My lawyer painted me as a reformed man, someone who had made mistakes in the past but had learned from them. He emphasized that I had a stable job and a decent home and was ready to be the father my kids needed. The courtroom was tense, but I knew I had this in the bag. Laura was on the other side, looking all worn out and desperate. She had tried to fight back. She gave every sob story she could to the judge, talking about how she lost her job and got evicted, trying to make me out to be some kind of monster who was out to ruin her life. But I kept my cool. She might have tried to paint me as the bad guy, but I wasn't the one who showed up looking like I couldn't take care of my own kids. I had a job and a place to live, and I'd spent the last few months getting my act together. Laura was practically begging the judge to believe her, but I could see it in his eyes. He wasn't buying it. The judge didn't care about her excuses or her claiming that I was behind everything that had gone wrong in her life. What mattered to him was the facts. I had a stable income and a decent home, and she was homeless and jobless. He granted me full custody of the kids. Laura nearly crumbled right there. I felt a sick satisfaction watching her break like that. And now, with the kids living under my roof, she's left with nothing but the memories of how good things used to be. I'll admit part of me felt a little empty after it was all done. I thought winning would fill that void somehow, but watching her lose everything still felt damn good. The first few weeks with the kids were strange. I thought that getting them back would make everything better, but instead, it made things worse. Emily and Jacob were distant. They didn't trust me. They missed their mom, and it was clear that no matter how hard I tried, they wouldn't stop asking about her. It took a lot of time for me to get to know them, and I really did try. Eventually, I realized that it was incredibly selfish and petty of me to deny them contact with her mother. By doing so, I would have become everything Laura was, and I hated her. I didn't want to hate myself. I got my sister to reach out to Laura and tell her about my proposal, which was that the kids can visit her on the weekends. Just because I didn't want to speak to my ex-wife, didn't mean my kids shouldn't have a mother. She did love them after all. Eventually, we managed to reach a nice middle ground. The kids really liked their mom, and to be honest, I was glad they did. I want them to grow up in an environment as stable as possible given everything that has happened. Laura and I even met each other once, saying hi to each other when I dropped the kids off to hers. I have no interest in ever getting back with her, but if I managed to develop a nice co-parent relationship, I would not be mad.